Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. You all are welcome back. And in today's lesson, we want to summarize what we've learned previously of the types of verbs which we have. Recall that we have mentioned different types of verbs in terms of the presence of some letters in them. What we said, some verbs have hamza, some don't have. Some verbs are not free from having weak letters like alif, wa, and ya, and some verbs have some of their letters doubled. So today we want to summarize this and know the types of verbs which we have and some others which are further categorized. Let's begin. The first type of verb we have is the al-fi'l salim, which means the sound verb. This verb, the three letters or each of their letters are free from being a weak letter. It doesn't have the presence of alif, wa, or ya. And this verb has no hamza, and this verb, none of its letters is doubled. An example of this verb is the word qatala, the word karuma, and the word hasiba. You can see all of these words, they are free from these weaknesses that were mentioned. The other type of verbs we have is the al-mahmuz. Al-fi'l al-mahmuz, the verb which has the presence of hamza in it. And these are further categorized, or is further categorized into three. We have the first one, which has the presence of hamza at the beginning as the first letter. An example of this is the word akala. You can see this word begins with hamza. The second category is the one which has hamza in the middle of it, like the word sa'ala. And the third subcategory is the one which has hamza at the end of it, like the word laka'a, and the likes of these words. The other type of verb we have is the al-muda'af, the verb which has each one of its letters doubled. An example of this is the word adda, the word shamma, the word batha, and the likes of this word. All this we have treated previously. You can click on this playlist to watch all of those videos. Other type of verb we have is the al-mu'tal, the verb which has a weak letter, and this is further categorized into four. The first subcategory is the one which we call al-mu'tallul fa, the one which has its first letter as a weak letter. An example of this is the word waqara. You can see the word waqara, it begins with wa. The second subcategory is the one which has a weak letter in the middle of it, like the word qala. You can see the alif there, it is the weak letter which is present in this word. The second one is the one which has its third letter as a weak letter, and this is called al-mu'tallul lam, the one which has its last letter as a weak letter. An example of this is the word kofa. The word kofa, you can see this one has a weak letter at the end of it. And the fourth subcategory is the one which has the presence of two weak letters, and this one also is further categorized into two. We have the one we call this as al-lafif. The first subcategory is al-lafif al-makrun, the one which has its two weak letters joined together, like the word waqo, like the word goa, You can see where and the last alif there, they are both weak letters and they are joined together. The second subcategory is the al-lafif al-mafruq, the one which has two of its weak letters separated, they are not joined together. An example of this is the word wago or waqo. You can see wa begins it, then we have a sound letter, then after it we have an alif which is also a weak letter. These will get more examples as we dive into the second part of Ad-Darusul Tasi wal Ishrun, lesson 29 of our book, Durusul Lughat al-Arabiyya li Ghayri Natiqina biha. Here we'll get further examples on this topic. And now we can see on this table that we have al-fi'lu, the verb, we have the al-madi, the past tense on the top of the column. We have al-marfu, al-mudari al-marfu, the present tense verb which is in the indicative case carrying doma, al-mudari al-mansub, the present tense in the subjunctive case carrying fatha, al-mudari al-majzum, the present tense in the jussive case carrying sukun. Then we have al-amru, which means the command tense. All of these are the headings that under them we'll see the verbs that fall. Then on this side we have al-fi'lu, the verb. We have as-salimu. The as-salimu here, it means the sound verb. Under al-madi, you have the word kataba. Kataba is a sound verb. When you come to the mudari, it is yaktubu. And we have lan yaktuba. We have lam yaktub because these particles are coming before it. That's why you see these changes. Then the command tense will be for uktub. Right. As for the al-mahmuz verb which has the hamza, the first category is the one which has hamza at the beginning of it. You can see the word akala. In the present tense marfu, it will be yakulu. When it is preceded by a subjunctive particle, it becomes lan yakula. Then we have lam yakul, and the command tense will be kul. As for the second category which has hamza in the middle of it, you see the word sa'ala. In the present tense marfu, it is yas'alu. Present tense mansub, it is lan yas'ala. And the present tense majzum, lam yas'al, and the command tense, the amr, will be is'al, ask. Then the last category here is the word qara'a, which ends with a hamza, and the present tense will be yaqra'u. The present tense in the marfu is yaqra'u. In the mansub it is lan yaqra'a, and in the majzum it is lam yaqra'. And the command tense is iqra, like in the Quran, iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaqa. The third category is the al-mudha'af, the one which has one of his letters doubled, repeating. The first category is the one whose present tense will be carrying kisra in the first letter. That's adda ya'iddu, when it ya'uddu carrying dhamma, sorry. Here the mansub will be lan ya'udda, then lam ya'udda, then udda is the command tense. The second category is shamma. Here, the present tense, the middle letter will be carrying fatha. So that's why we have yashammu, lan yashamma, lam yashamma. Then we have shamma, command tense. Jadda, this one present tense will be carrying kisra in the middle. Yajiddu, lan yajidda, lam yajidda, then jidda. MashaAllah. Now moving to the fourth category, which is the al-mu'tal, the one which has the present tense, the presence of a weak letter. The first category is the al-mu'tal fa, the one which has the weak letter in the first letter, and this is called al-mithal. Example is the word waqafa. When you come to the present tense, you see yaqifu. This is treated in the link placed above. You can watch the video to understand how al-mithal, present tense, command tense are formed. Then you have lan yaqifa, lam yaqif, then kif, stand. Al-mu'tallul ain, the one that has its middle letter as a weak letter, this is called al-ajwaf. An example is the word qala. This one, when you come to the present tense, you see yaqulu, because the alif there is representing wa. Yaqulu, lan yaqula, lam yaqul, then kul. Then the next is the one that has the alif, the middle letter, as ya. That is ba'a, yabi'u, lan yabi'a, lam yabi', then bi'. And the last category is the one that has the alif there as what? Alif. Yanama, he slept. Yanamu, he's sleeping. Lan yanama, then lam yanam, and we have nam, sleep. The fourth category is the one which has the third category is the one which has its last letter as a weak letter. An example is the word masha, yamshi, lan yamshiya, lam yamshi, then imshi, walk. Nasiya, lan yansa, lam yansa, insa. This we've also treated in a separate episode link placed above. We have the word naha, yanha, lan yanha, lam yanha, inha. Da'a, yad'u, lan yad'uwa, lam yad'u, then ud'u. And the last category is the al-lafif, the one which has two weak letters in it. The first subcategory here is the al-lafif al-maqrun, the one whose two weak letters are connected together, like the word kawa, yakwi, lan yakwiya, lam yakwi, ikwi, iron. Then the last subcategory is the one whose weak letters are not connected. The example is waqo, and we have yaqiya, yaqi, then lan yaqiya, lam yaqi, then qi. MashaAllah. With this, we come to the end of this summary lesson where we have been able to explain in detail in summary, how the verbs are categorized. Do make sure you revise, and you can click on the links we placed above for you to watch each of the videos in order to understand this categorization and classification of verbs into different types and categories. We ask Allah to bless our knowledge. Until we meet again, like, share with your friends, hit on the subscription button to be part of this family, and do not forget to subscribe to our membership to get members only perks. Until we meet again, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.